Hi, my name is Caitlin Davis, and this is my blog presentation. So my blog is called Good Time Foods, and I will kind of go more into what my niche is and what that is all about in the competition market portion. So I couldn't actually find a blog that was completely like mine, but all of these blogs of my competition have very similar target markets. So in that way, they are my competition. So the competition that I found is My Baking Addiction, I'm a Baker, 365 Days of Baking and More, a food and recipe blog. So all of these blogs are very different, but like I said before, they have a very similar target market. So My Baking Addiction is a very personal blog. It takes more of that personal approach. It also deals with traveling tips. So she tells you what the best hotels or restaurants to stay in or to eat at Disneyland, or what's the cheapest or what's the best place in her blog. They all have really good recipes, and then 365 Days of Baking and More, a food and recipe blog, deals with meals of the day. So they categorize their blog with breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and sweets. So that's just kind of their own little way, and it goes with the name of the blog, so they did a great job at that. And then I'm a Baker deals with baked goods decorating. So they deal with making the cookie, so they give the cookie recipe and then how to decorate the cookie and tips how to do that. So with cakes, cupcakes, cookies, just kind of making your food look beautiful. Good Time Foods, however, deals more with hosting an event, big or small. So they deal with hosting tips, what's the best way, how to throw a big party or a small party. It also gives party ideas because not all parties are surrounded by holidays. You can party really any time of the year. So it gives both holiday and not holiday ideas, and then recipes that go along with those themes. So my target market, so this is a buyer persona. I'll just zoom in so you can see it. So my buyer persona is Abby Lynn. She is 25 to 34 years old. She knows all of her social media, and she's very tech savvy. She's a stay-at-home mom, and she really just loves to be social, and she has a lot of Facebook groups. Another way to describe my target market is women who are 20 to 40 years old. They live in Utah, they're middle class, they're social media gurus, and they're very social. They create that social interaction, so on social media they're social, and then also in real life they're social. And I will go to my blog. So this is my homepage. And so I changed my address on my blog to goodtimefoods.blog to make it more personal to my blog instead of just blog.com. So right here, I just have a very, very clear, simple picture with Good Time Foods. And then I have 4 pictures down here that kind of just show what I've done in the past, or just very pretty foods. And then on the left, I have recent posts. So if someone in my target market comes to my page, they can see what's most recent and kind of read on that. So that way they're not just getting the old posts. And then I have ways to get in touch with me, a little bit about me. And then for my widgets, I did my social media, and then my pages and recent comments. So if we go to my blog page, I will show you my how-to post that I created, which is, let me get to it. Right here. So it's how to cheesecake swirl brownies. So first off, I gave what you'll need for the recipe. And then I kind of walked you through the brownie section, the cheesecake section, and just putting it together. And in the video here, I showed it step by step and kind of walked you through the process of these brownies. They're very easy. It's made with box brownies, and so it's pretty easy for the brownie portion, but it's a very simple recipe that looks like you put in a lot of work, which are my favorite. And then I will share my market strategy with you and the measurements I plan to show that I completed my KPI goals. So my KPI goals are mainly for awareness and engagement because I am a new blog. So my marketing strategy is first to do giveaways so people can start to be aware of me, and then also to engage in Good Time Foods. So I wanted to do a giveaway for a planning notebook. So I'd create a notebook that would make hosting pretty easy, do checklists, have a place for event ideas, just kind of a very organized way to do host a party to kind of take the chaos out of hosting. I also want to be on social media. I am on social media, but more social media, posting twice a week. So I want to be on Pinterest because my target market loves DIY activities and just different ideas. They love to do get-togethers and love to host. So, and my blog would be another way for them to get those ideas. Instagram and Facebook. Instagram is for the younger portion of my target market, and Facebook is for the older portion. I would also love to do recipe of the month. So this would give a chance for every month they can come. It might be surrounded by a holiday or a season, just something fun that people can learn to bake. And I like easy recipes, so it could either be easy or hard. I kind of mix it up depending on the month. And I want to post twice a week. The measurements I would do is, so I want to get 50 new followers in the span of 5 weeks. So posting twice a week, so I kind of expect to get 2 followers a week. And then to increase shares, comments, and likes. So right now, because I haven't started the Good Time Foods like Facebook page, it's 0. So it'd be pretty easy to see the shares and comments and likes increase on that. I have actually never done a blog. This is the first time I've done a blog, and I've really liked the assignment because there's a couple things I've learned from it. First, you have to love what you're talking about, because when I was writing my posts, my love for baking and cooking kind of came through. You could tell that I was passionate about it through my words. And they were very easy to write, and it was very more personal writing. I felt like I was just like talking to people rather than, hey, here's a recipe. It was very more personal for me. And it was just really cool to share my ideas and all that. And I just learned so much about social media and like being able to post weekly and what kind of posts. Because one thing I have learned is it's not necessarily how often you post, but what you post. It is important to post often, but if you're posting a lot and you don't have good content, it really goes nowhere. And that's one thing I really learned with this blog. Thank you for listening, and that is my blog.